For over a century, the standard measure of a person's mental capacity has been a quiet room and a timed, standardized test. But this metric creates a persistent disconnect. Outside the classroom, people with the highest IQs often feel the least aligned with the crowd. They replay casual conversations for hours, stay quiet in group settings, and frequently choose physical isolation. Modern psychology suggests we are misdiagnosing the mechanics of a highly capable brain by viewing these social behaviors as flaws. This diagram illustrates intelligence as an active, three-stage information processing pipeline. When you map out the system this way, social bugs and awkward quirks reveal themselves as the essential operating features of a highly evolved cognitive machine. The entire process begins right here with the data input phase. Research from the University of London links high IQ scores to a personality trait known as openness to experience. This trait manifests as a relentless intellectual hunger. Instead of accepting the world at face value, the mind questions the why behind everyday reality. This hunger drives a behavior called active observation. It's why intelligent people often choose to listen rather than dominate a room. While others are talking, the observant mind is processing micro-shifts in tone, tracking the underlying logic of a statement, and reading hidden emotional cues. Staying quiet in social settings represents a state of high-bandwidth data collection. Next, the collected information moves into the internal processing node. At this stage, the brain utilizes cognitive reflection to sort and analyze the incoming data. This is where productive overthinking happens. Rather than reacting to a first instinct, the brain aggressively questions and tests its own assumptions through a maze of alternate scenarios. Running these complex background processes creates an immense metabolic and cognitive load. The British Journal of Psychology notes that highly intelligent individuals often report lower satisfaction with constant socializing because of this internal demand. To prevent system overload, the brain requires physical isolation and an absence of small talk to finish its deep thinking cycles. What looks like antisocial behavior is actually a mandatory battery recharge mechanism required for complex problem solving. The third and final stage of the pipeline is system evaluation. This phase introduces a strange paradox. The smarter the mind, the more frequent its self-doubt. Psychology calls this intellectual humility. It is a precise awareness of one's own knowledge limits. This illustrates the Dunning-Kruger effect. People with lower ability overestimate competence with unearned confidence, while capable minds drop into doubt. This doubt is a calibration tool. Acknowledging what it doesn't know, the brain avoids arrogance and continues learning. Feeling like an imposter is often the most definitive proof of a rigorously calibrated mind. Looking at the entire system, the logic of the smart mind becomes clear. True intelligence is an active, ongoing system of engagement, not a static score. If you tend to overanalyze, crave solitude, and question your own abilities, you are witnessing this system in action. These psychological patterns signal a mind wired for a deeper level of thinking. To continue decoding the science behind human behavior, hit subscribe.